Just going to drop in there.
Live on YouTube.
I'm just going to do this. I'll just put the new link in the chat. Okay, and we should be live. Bear with me just 2 seconds. I'm absolutely certain we're live. So welcome if you're watching this on the replay. Once again, tech issues. Don't we love it? So we are joined by the wonderful Jake Watkins and Dan Shepherd. Would you mind just introducing yourself for us while we sort out these tech issues?
Hello, I'm Jake. I am from London, and yeah, I play Callum in the episode.
Hi, and my name is Dan, and I play Jimmy in this episode, and I live in Oldham, as you can tell by the accent.
Yes.
Yes.
And my name is Gage Oxley. I am the writer and director of Redlight, and I'm from Leeds, which is not too far from Oldham. So me and Dan are like representing the north.
The north.
You're on your own, love.
Well, we all know that the south is the elite, so I don't need backup. I'm all the backup that I need. So that's...
Well, DM, I'm not too sure about that. So we had joined today because we just finished watching Redlight, us three, and I'm sure our audience will have just watched it as well on our YouTube. So how was it for you watching that kind of again, watching it when we filmed it like 8 months ago now? It's quite a different experience watching it done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's yeah, it was weird. Like, it feels so long ago. I feel like so much has changed in that time. But yeah, no, it was not. It was nice to like watch it all come together and stuff. I was like nervous about watching it, but once I watched it, I was like, you know what? This isn't that bad. I wasn't that watching it, so I started.
And Dan, for you, obviously, you had to go to some quite extreme lengths to play Jimmy. How was that watching it back?
Do you know something, Gage? It's, even though I was part of it and we did it and I knew the story and I got drawn into it. It just raises so many questions. As soon as the knock on the door, it's like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Who's he? Who's this? It just draws you in. And it goes like that. The story is great. I love it. I really like how it's planned out and how it looks and everything. It really is good. But yeah, it was a little bit worried for me at first because obviously, I'm a straight guy doing a gay role. My first ever love scene. My first ever.
God, it's got to start with in the deep end, don't you?
Right in the deep end there. But I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it, and you've done a great job on it.
Thank you. Yeah. I really do appreciate that. Oh,
did you feel
tech issues here? Can you still hear me? Both of you?
Yeah,
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, we're back. The internet is just great, isn't it? One of the perks of working from home with the pandemic. Internet.
It's coal powered in Leeds anyway. The internet.
It is, yeah. We just need someone to turn it a bit faster. That's the thing.
That's fair. Yeah, check how good my Wi-Fi is, and there's a link as to why.
Yeah, but our water is better. Obviously, we are live right now on YouTube. So for people who are watching us, please do submit your questions about Redlight, for both for Dan and for Jake. Yeah, feel free to shout out. We've got the chat up here, so I can relay the questions over. We've got a bit of a big announcement coming at the end of this conversation as well, so stick around for that. It's very exciting. And I mean, yeah, so we've had it on Amazon Prime. It's had a lovely response. Can you talk to us about what some of the things that you've heard, like from anyone that have seen it? What's the response been like for you?
Yeah, really good. Lots of people said that they enjoy how like there's like not a lot of dialogue in it, but like the story kind of you don't like need all that dialogue, that the story is told like in the silence, which is like really cool and like really different. And yeah, people have said that. Lots of people have said that it goes really quick. Like it's just like the episode's just gone, which I think is a good thing because time flies. So.
It's true. It's true. And for Dan, I mean, you had quite a tricky scene to film with the coughing and then the spluttering of all the bile. How was that for you? Was that
well
to film?
I'm 52 years old. I'm an old git. You know what I mean? It's like this is where I'm heading anyway. So it was not. But no, it's one of those things, isn't it? You've got to be true to what happens. And beforehand, I researched what effects heart attacks have on people, and coughing episodes are one of the biggest things. In fact, they even say if you think you're having a heart attack, try and make yourself cough even more. So I tried to do everything as real as possible and look at every aspect of it. I mean, even as far as Jimmy, who's supposedly, well, he is a married man with family, as I am, and I didn't tell my wife what I was doing. I didn't tell her what I was filming, what I was doing, because I wanted to get into his head about this deceit, this lie that he was sort of living. And yeah, that really helped, because my wife said, well, what are you filming? What's the story? And I said, I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you, And it's like, I told her when we finished, I did come home and say, right, okay, this was it. And she went, well, all right, well, why didn't you tell me? I said, because I wanted to get into this guy's head.
Yeah. Secretive. Jimmy is secretive.
I was your dirty little secret, wasn't I?
Yeah, you dirty little secret.
That's so mean. How dare you?
It's true. And the thing is, with the fact that we filmed Redlight in one day it's just insane to think of. Do you think that helped with the intensity of the film? Because we started from the start of the film right the way through. Obviously, it's being one scene. Do you think that helped rather than kind of doing multiple days of going back and forth and stuff?
I think it helped in the fact that I looked very tired, which
yeah.
I look very worn out.
Choice for me. I just had bags under my eyes.
Yeah, those dark circles were actually a choice. I didn't sleep the night before, which was the character. Yeah, but I thought that the whole well, he would be exhausted, wouldn't he? Like, he's literally homeless. Like, he wouldn't look good. Like, he wouldn't look really nice. So I think it did help with the intensity because obviously, because we were like getting through it, and I suppose it's a very tense scene. So I think that definitely helped the atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. And Dan, did that help for you, kind of getting into?
Yeah, because what I found was it was because there was quite a few of us in that room together. It was very claustrophobic, and that claustrophobia, that walls closing in, sort of, it just added to the feeling and to the scenes that we had to sort of do. It was I think it did. I think it all sort of came together, and because we did it in order, which, as you know, a lot of films, they can film the ending first, the middle, last, and they can go all over the place. But because we did it in sequence, we could sort of go with it, and I think it's all come together really well.
Yeah, that was nice that we did that.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the luxuries that we had with us doing it in one day, and the film being entirely one scene, because it meant that we could kind of chop it up. And I know we did some of the bathroom scenes towards the end of the day, so we didn't have to keep on moving the camera back and forth. But I mean, realistically, it was pretty much from start to finish, wasn't it?
I remember I was like, oh, you got to make me look pretty again.
Yeah, we did.
Awful. I was like, please.
Because remember, we did it from start to finish in the bedroom, and then we did it from end to start in the bathroom, so that you started it kind of transitioned a bit better, which was strange. And obviously, I mean, Sarah Gidley, as our wonderful makeup artist, she did such a cracking job on you, Dan, with those wrists.
I know, because I looked at it. It's funny, isn't it? When you look at it, it's the this is where you guys are so skillful, because I just saw these red lines, and what was going through my mind was, that's not going to look real. And when you look on screen, it's like, oh my God, it's like, this is your art, and you're brilliant at it. I loved it. It was, it really worked well.
It's a horrific shot to watch. It's the one where Jake just pulled your arm up and just
oh man,
it's awful.
Great, I love that.
It's brilliant. Well, you're a fan of horror, so this is right up your alley, Jake. For us not. So we're joined by quite a few people I recognise. So we're here with Andy and Alex in the chat. For those watching, do feel free to drop in some messages for us, some questions if you have any. Let us know what you think about the film as well. Feel free to put that in there. And again, just stick around for the end. We've got a big announcement coming. So we are now kind of obviously doing this weekly, where we're showing all the other episodes. Have you had a chance to binge the rest of the series yet, or are you kind of watching it weekly?
I'm gonna watch it weekly.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I don't like binging. I like to watch things weekly. I like to sort of digest what I've just seen and then move on to them, even when it's like episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one I haven't done is Tiger King. I binge watched that. It was like, I couldn't take my eyes off. I wanted to see what this guy did. The only thing I've binge watched.
That was Tiger King. Yeah, it was fun.
But well, you're in for a ride next week with White Light. So do join us for that one, you two. But yeah, I mean, we've had such a great response to the series, and each one has had a really different feedback. But the one about Redlight is that it is such a traditional kind of horror element. Like, it's really tense to watch. People feel like they can't breathe throughout it, which is exactly what we wanted, I guess. What's next for you two? Are you wanting to do more in terms of like horror content? Have you got anything on the horizon? Are you going completely different? Maybe a musical? What's next?
Well, musicals are like kind of not on the cards at the moment, obviously, because Corona.
Corona.
But I've just finished. I finished doing a horror with Proportion like a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, today's film, and it was like, I'm only in the beginning, but yeah, that was really fun. And I've got like a thriller booked like end of July. Should be fun. Yeah.
Cool. So you're keeping up with attention and everything.
It comes to me, honestly. I don't go to it. It just comes to me. Apparently, I'm a very tense person. So.
How about you, Dan? Are you preparing for anything at the moment?
Well, I'm preparing for something called Beautiful Monster by Carlton Paris, and it's changed. It's evolved. It was a story of Mary Shelley's death and her hallucinations and stuff like that, and I play a clown jester, which is a really evil Russian sort of thing. It's only a small role, but he's changed it around. It's going to be 3 stories into one. But yeah, I'm just getting myself out there now. I'm hoping to find more and more opportunities as the lockdown lifts. I mean, I was on a roll, and then everything just stopped dead, and it's like, oh no, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's so annoying, isn't it?
It really is. Really
it was so annoying, but yeah, I love horror. My first ever role was a horror film. So yeah, I like horror. I've got the face for horror. You know what I mean? I've got the face.
Yes, you're quite a scary man. So.
Yes.
The thing is, you're not. You're the loveliest guy ever, and we see this really like tough, like northern man with like back tattoos. And the character, Jimmy, he's quite a harsh character, isn't he? He's got quite a bit of gruffness about him, and you play it brilliantly. But you are just so complete opposite of that.
Yeah. But I like to play. You know, when people assume things when they meet you. And with me being an actor, and when people come up and they just assume I'm somebody, I think it's really ignorant before they talk to me. They just have an attitude towards me. So I play up to that. I just play up and be that person you want to be. So yeah, it comes in handy sometimes. Give them the death stare, and then they'll give me anything I want. You know what I mean? So
I think the northern accent has something as well. Because I remember when we went to LA last year, there was a, we were kind of nearly mugged, and I just looked up at one of the guys. It was like taller than me, and I'm pretty tall. I just went, "Fuck off." They did. Moved. It was great. It was brilliant.
I think I did that. I feel like
you needed to go into the northern accent. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah. So we do have a question from Renegade Prof. He or she asks, oh, it's Alex, sorry. They ask, do you enjoy playing characters that have good or bad morals in stories?
Ooh.
So do you have a particular, like, I mean, obviously with the villains, they're always interesting out there, but do you prefer having a bit of a good moral side to your characters?
I feel like I'm always cast as like the good guy, like always the little like sweet innocent one that like won't do anything wrong, which is fine. But I think it is a lot more fun to play somebody that's a bit like has like not the best intentions. I think it's just more fun.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's the same for you, Dan.
I love deep, dark, horrible, disgusting. I love to shock. I love those horrible, disgusting, murderous, psychotic characters. I love it. It's great to get into their heads.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd play a good goodie. I mean, comedy-wise, this face will crack that deadpan. I suppose I could do the deadpan bit, but yeah, I love playing bad guys. It's the best in the world.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, fun. We've got another question here from Ewan Tiernan. What was Callum's plan after he left the room?
Oh,
This is interesting. What do you think, Jake?
he went to buy another gram.
Yeah, he was texting his dealer, being like, "Come on, we need more."
I honestly don't think he had a plan. I think he was like, I just need to get out of the situation. But I feel like what he did next, I feel like he like went to confide in a friend, to like be like, what do I do? Yeah, I think that's what he did. I think he like went to a friend and was trying to like make sense of the whole situation. And then I think his plan was after that was to just kind of lay low and like just like keep an ear out, but obviously like he's gonna be like on edge like the whole time.
You would be. I mean, he's obviously a really paranoid character, isn't he?
Yeah. But I think he carried on working. I don't think he would have stopped. I mean, he can't. He sort of had to carry on. I think he would have just have tried to, just like completely like block it out. I don't think there was like much more that he could do.
No, and I guess, I mean, for Dan, for Jimmy, bless his soul, he's laid flat out on the bed.
Yeah, well, that's his fault. Leaving his wife, you shouldn't have. If you didn't do that, you wouldn't be dead. So.
I mean, what a nightmare of a conference that'd be. A work conference. Like there's
I mean, we talked about this, didn't we, Gage? About that conversation and what happened. It was like, a whole can of worms open up. But you know something? I've got a theory on what Jake did next, and I think that he would have left that hotel, and then he would have secreted himself on a corner somewhere and waited to see if the police come and what happened. I think he would have been hanging around seeing, what's happening.
I think your answer is better than mine.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to throw that question back out to the people watching. What do you think happened? What do you think Callum did? Think about it. Let us know. Maybe start like a forum somewhere. We can get some fan fiction going or something. That'd be great. we can do some of that. So yeah, well, you two, thank you for being such brilliant characters in our little story. Can't believe we shot it back in November last year. The world is a very different place right now. And thank you for joining us on this. We are going to be wrapping up in about 10 minutes. So if anyone does have any last questions, please do feel free to drop them in. But for now, I want to share some very exciting news on behalf of Oxygen Films. Let me just get up the thing that I need to say because I don't want to mess it up. Here we go. Okay. So obviously with us being in this pandemic, we've been able to reflect and look on what we've done in the past and our creations, and we're so proud of A Series of Light. We are really proud to announce that we are doing a second season of our anthology show, A Series of Light, which is really, really exciting. It's something we've never done before. And we've already got a lot of ideas. So, created still by me, I'll be running the episodes, and produced by Sean Carey and Eleanor Hudson. The revolutionary second season will be a direct sequel of the first in the same order, with narratives continuing minutes, months, or years after. So, very exciting, very, very exciting. We're dead thrilled to be announcing this today, which is really fun. We've been working on it for the past 6 months, and we'll be shooting that hopefully later in the year, depending if there's a world to go back to. So I guess that's quite similar to that question that Ewan asked, actually, about what happens when Cohen leaves the room. Find out next year.
Find out.
Yeah. Season 2.
I'm gonna find out, can't wait.
We're going to be finding out. So just to kind of explore that a little bit more, I'm not sure if this has ever been done, actually. If it has, please tell me. And if it hasn't, also please don't tell me, because I don't want to know if like there's a reason why someone hasn't done it, and I'm just
just do it for God's sake. We don't need a reason to do this stuff.
But basically, the way it's going to be structured is the episodes continue in the exact same order in the second season. So, for example, episode 2 of season 2 will be Redlight, like this direct sequel to that. So you could watch episodes downwards rather than along ways. So if you wanted to follow on the Redlight story, you could just watch episode 2 in both seasons and you'd be fine. So yeah, we're dead thrilled to announce that, and I know I've chatted with both of you about it a little bit, so we're excited to see where it goes, and that's the same for all the other lives. So we've got all of the actors, all of the lead cast returning, which is very exciting. So yeah, what do you think about that? What's your verdict?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Really, really excited. I'm excited to revisit the character, definitely. I really, really enjoy playing it. It's nothing like I've ever played before, and I feel like he's got a lot of depth to him. So I'm excited to explore like more of him, and yeah, I just want to know what happens to him. So I'm very
tune in, because you'll be finding out.
You'll be there.
And obviously Dan, for bless him, Jimmy, he as we said, he's dead, but I don't think that's the end of his character. Do you?
Ooh, I like the sound of this. But yeah, I think there's a lot of questions need answering, and you could not possibly humanely leave it like that. People want to see the rest of this now. It's you know what I mean. It's going to draw people in, definitely. So yeah, I look forward to it as well.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both so much, you two. We're dead excited and chuffed to do that announcement. We do have some more questions coming in. Nadia says, woo. Thank you, Nadia. Tom asks, when filming Redlight, how did you imagine the final piece would turn out? That's an interesting question from Tom Harkness. What do you think about that? Did you have any like ideas of how it would look?
You know what, like, I remember like on the day we were watching stuff anyway on the little thing, so like kind of had like a little idea of what it was going to look like, but it looked better like when I saw it, because obviously the grading is so cool, like all the colors and stuff, because obviously that wasn't done before. So yeah, it looked better than what I thought it was going to be. So it's good.
Brilliant. That's good. Yeah, thank you. That's always a positive. It doesn't look shitter.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you think? Obviously, you came in with.
It just seemed, like you said, we did it in a day, and it just seemed very short. And I thought it's just going to be a little blip in the ocean. This film, and it's not. It really turned into a great episode, and it's really enjoyable. It tells the full story. So that surprised me, because it just felt like we just did it bang, 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 bang. See you later. And it was, so yeah, it's turned into a really, really good episode.
It is. I'm so proud of it. I'm really, really thrilled by it. I think it tells so many stories. I think obviously it is tense, but it's so sad as well. The fact that I think, you know, Callum just has to deal with so much pressure at 17 years old, and Jimmy's obviously got his own skeletons in his closet. There's a lot of different tensions of that.
It's sad, but sad for both of them, I think. Like,
it is. It's awfully sad. It's a really sad film. But yeah, for me, do you know what? I think it's turned out better than what I thought it was. Because obviously, when I'm writing it, I've got this image in my head about what I think it's going to look like, and thankfully, I was writing it kind of with you two in mind in terms of like how you look. So that kind of does help. But just the editing and the pacing and the color correction, as you mentioned, by the fantastic Summer Pisciati at Sticks and Glass. She did such an amazing job, as did all of our post-production team on sound and everything, to really pull it together. And Dan, you mentioned we had such a small, contained room with, you know, not many people, but it was really claustrophobic. But to say that we did it in one day with like 7 people, yeah, I'm dead happy with that. So yeah, and I'm hopefully you feel the same watching this and watching it on Amazon Prime. I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, that's about it. that's my statement. I'm sticking to it.
Can I just say one thing?
Please go ahead, Daniel. Yeah.
So everybody, this is independent film. We all volunteer our services and we all come together and we make amazing things out of nothing, out of something in someone's imagination. Mm-hmm. And independent film is just so diverse. So everybody needs to support independent film. Go watch this on Amazon, spread it about, because this is the future of filmmaking. Gage is the future of filmmaking, all this crew. It's just an amazing creative thing to happen, and we need support. So everybody help and support.
Never a true word being spoken. Never. I think honestly, like independent film and independent art in general, and it's something you should support anywhere throughout or anything. But right now, more than ever,
definitely,
people are seriously struggling. So thank you for watching the stuff we make. We make it with a lot of love. As Dan mentioned, we all do it voluntarily. We make no money. We are a non-profit organization, and so it's a massive, you know, our payment is essentially people watching it and enjoying it and getting something out of it, and we're really proud to tell the stories that we do. So yeah, thank you for watching it and for supporting us, and thank you for watching us live right now, if we are live. Lola's just come on, she says congrats to everyone, I love the episode, both very good actors. So there you go. Thank you, Lola. And yeah, if you are watching this on catch up, then obviously please do feel free to drop in the comments. We're always around. In terms of social media, do you want to drop your social medias, Jake? Where can we find you?
Oh yeah, Jakey Baby. Iconic. JAKEYBBY. That's my handle.
That's Jake. And then Dan, how about you?
Yeah, it's Danny_Shep on Instagram.
Brilliant. There we go. So that's in the chat there. So feel free to follow them too. They're fantastic actors. And I'm sure they will be posting a lot of other stuff about their future projects, and hopefully some of ours in the future, if you'll come back, please do. And then follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I'm at Gage Oxley. And obviously, please do follow us on our social at Oxygen. That is at Oxygen Film with no S, because some bastard took it with the S on the end. Humid. I've not used it in like 6 years as well, but anyway.
That's not like Twitter. That's like Twitter. Someone has Jakey Baby, right? But they don't use the account. They haven't used it for years. So I've put underscore at the end. I was so angry.
Yeah, that's an identity theft right there. It's a hate crime. Anyway. Well, guys, watching this, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. Join us next week. We're joined by the brilliant Ollie Madden, who plays Aaron in the film White Light. There's a lot of characters and there's a lot of lights, so I'm still trying to remember them all. He's brilliant, and we'll be joined by him live along with some other of our cast and crew at the same time, 6 p.m. next Friday. We hope to see you there, and we hope you enjoy it. Closing words from you two?
Stay safe, stay healthy, and live your life.
Stay healthy, live your life. Thank you. Dan?
Support indie film. That's all I've got to say. Support us, watch us, and share us around, please.
Please do. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.